What is up, Hackstab slash? It's your boy Hacky. I'm sitting here with this guy with his finger up in the air because he just don't care.
What is up? Just Justin, ready for the podcast. So excited. Let's go.
Justin, hit me with a dad joke like something just slapped me in the face.
All right, dude. Well, honestly, hey, I don't like to get personal on this podcast. I like to keep it horror, but last night I got a little confused. And instead of drinking my liquid Viagra, I ended up drinking my liquid Whiteout. And this morning I woke up with a huge correction.
It's so bad. Oh,
Fuck.
can I add to that for a second?
Yes.
I need your opinion.
Okay.
I need to get something off my chest, dude. I really don't know how I feel about masturbation,
Oh,
but on one hand, it feels pretty good.
dude. This is what a way to start this
This
podcast
is such a
with a
bad way to
movie
start the
called
podcast.
Bone Lake.
Bone
And
Lake.
look at the picture behind me. My God. All right, folks,
I
look.
actually love that in one point in this movie, he's like Bone Lake. Am I right?
I got a lot of thoughts in this movie, but I just want to tell everyone, look. So I gave Sean the criteria to pick this movie, and I said it's has to be either like a wedding, newlyweds, something like that, because I just want to shout out Sean and Kristen. This is the first pod as a married man. They just had
Love you,
their
babe.
wedding this week. Round of applause. Let's give it up to them.
Thank you, thank you. I'm no longer on the market.
Yeah, exactly. So I know I'm watching the podcast being like, oh man, hands off. That's Kristen's man. Let's fucking go.
Justin,
Um,
have you ever seen this movie? Did you know anything about it?
nope, I heard about it when it came out, but I actually did not even watch a trailer. So I mean, I went in completely blind. Yeah, I thought maybe it had something to do with like a serial killer and sex, just because Bone Lake and there's a girl, like I said, on the cover, but knew nothing about this at all. Just press play, and I was kind of shocked right away.
Did the same thing. I forget. I think I watched The Crazies, and then I ended up watching this like directly after as just like something else to watch because I was like,
Yep.
oh, I think this came out right around the time movies like The Coffee Table or what was it, Long Legs, like all
Hmm.
those movies started coming out, like Black Phone. So this had a lot of talk behind it, and I think it kind of got like backlogged.
Yep.
And I seen it pop up on Netflix, and I was like, I'll watch it if it's any good. Maybe in the back of my head, I'll squeak it in for a review. And I shit you not, dude, I must have watched this, and like within 24 hours, you gave me that criteria, and I was like, there's an engagement in this movie. I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's just get it out of the way now. It's still fresh in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
I'm
do
so
that.
glad I
So.
made you watch this.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of thoughts, but I guess I'll start because I'm pretty sure you told me I have to start. So,
Yes, yes, dude.
whatever. So here we go. So, let's try that
It's a
again.
mouthful.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. So, Bone Lake.
Did you just say Dick God?
I hope not. All right, I apologize to anyone listening. I'm having some insane, like, chronic health issues flaring, so my brain is all over the place. But I'm going to try to get through this because that's what we do. We move forward here and
All
we don't
right,
let the
dude.
ship
I'll
bring it
I'll
down.
dick shish kebabs aside, dude. Let's get
All
the
right.
pod rolling.
Naked running couple through the woods. That's how we're starting, folks, with arrows flying by their heads, and
Both
you have no
heads.
clue what's happening. They're clearly being chased by someone, and the girl, this poor girl, man, she dodges the arrow, but she falls on a tree trunk and gets impaled by the friggin' branch. Terrible way to go. But just when you think it can't get worse than that, we get a dingling shot, and this dude gets a crotch shot with the arrow. Like, right through. And I mean,
Oh,
this is like
they
one
treat
minute into
his
the
ball
movie.
bag like it's two olives and a martini.
Yeah, dude. Right away, this is what we got. I literally wrote, "What the fuck? What the hell did
Yeah,
Sean?"
I'm pretty sure you texted me and you were like, "I'm 30 seconds into this movie. What the fuck am I
Yeah,
watching?"
and then it cuts right away. Like you see, like the dead couple, like just like stage somewhere, and then boom! All of a sudden, we just get a couple driving. We meet Diego and Sage, and I mean, stereotypical horror movie. They're driving out there. You get a sense like they're just trying to go reconnect, just help the relationship get back together, and giant house, Airbnb, they booked it. It is theirs alone for the weekend. So they're thinking, amazing house, by the way. This thing is
Oh
absolutely
my god, this thing is
badass.
gorgeous.
Lake, so amazing. And they do all the couple stuff there. They're excited to have some time alone and everything. They have a fun night together. And then in the morning,
I honestly thought you were gonna see another dick when they were having sex on top of the bear.
I know right away. I was gonna say we have like the sex with the
I
bear
was like,
scene, and again,
again,
and I'm like, I swear to God, if we get another one of these right away, I was like, my God. But you know, they do all the stuff that a couple would do the first night of Airbnb. But then guess what? In the morning, the doorbell rings, and we have a new couple. And wow, is this awkward? They're like, "Hey, this is our place," and they're like, "No, we booked it." And this girl's name is Cinnamon, and Will, and they're like, just, I
your
mean, at
name
one
is Sin, and you
sin,
go with a C.
yeah.
Like that's a red flag.
I was gonna
Just
say,
call
can
it
we get
quits.
let's red flag right now? Some girl calls up named Sin, and
I,
this
I I could see you doing this though. If you accidentally double booked an Airbnb, like you and your
I
wife on a getaway, and someone else shows up, you'd be like, "Yeah, rock paper scissors to see
I
who
love
stays."
that right away. They're like rock paper scissors and this, and then all of a sudden like Sin's like, no, you know what? Like we can get through this. We'll promise. Like the house is giant. You know what I mean? Like, and guess what? If it gets awkward by the end of the week, like we'll leave. So let's go. So you know what? Here they go. The couple starts trying to hang out together and just do some stuff. They also get a really weird story of a serial killer on this. Like he just seems very out of place. This dude Will's just telling them how like there's a serial killer and bones wash up after the storm. And the weird vibes you're just getting right away. I'm like, are these people swingers? Like, what is even going on? Because you see, like, one point, all of a sudden, like, Sin is like changing in front of Diego. Um, she loses her
Mm-mm. She
glasses,
she she loses her contacts,
contacts.
and she can't put her underwear on. Are you kidding me right
Yeah,
now?
no, that's what I mean. I'm like, what is happening? Like, look, I'm blind too, but for the love of God, I think you should be able to put on underwear. And
Yeah. And
she
she's
ba
like naked the whole time. She's like, "Oh, I can't even put on my bra. Can you do that for me?" And Dago looks absolutely like petrified. Like this dude looks like he's going to be sick because of like where she's putting him in. And she's like begging him to help her, and she's like, "I won't say nothing." And he like you could tell this man is like scared to even touch her clothes. Like he hands it to her like it's infected.
Mhm.
She takes it, she gets dressed, he kind of goes his own way. Then we start noticing more and more of these little things this couple is doing to Diego and Sage. It is very promiscuous. Like even Diego is making goo goo eyes. Yeah, Diego. Will is making goo goo eyes with Sage and making
Mhm.
small talk to like try and feel her out. And at this point, I'm like, maybe this couple is just like one of those swinging couples, and they really want to like do the do.
That's
And
what I
this
thought.
feels
Yeah.
like it might be one of those types of movies. And right away at that night, we see like the drinks are flowing, everyone's ready to have a good time. They're asking them if they want to play some games, and Sage is all on board, but she's like, Diego's a fucking prune. You know what I mean? He put the juice in prune juice. Like
A
this guy fucking
prune.
sucks.
He's a
He don't
fucking
even like
prune.
Monopoly. And Diego's just like, I don't know
Could
what
have
you're
snorted.
talking about. Like
Oh,
I am the best guy ever. I just don't play games. And they decide the game they're gonna play isn't like Monopoly or Twister or even like some weird, SEX encounter game, because that's where I thought this was going. They decide, no, we're gonna break in and enter in the locked rooms in this Airbnb, which violates every contract if you've ever had an Airbnb, is you do not open the locked doors. Uh, but he does this like stupid ass trick with a meat tenderizer where he taps on the side of the lock to get him to open. Justin,
yeah.
tell me what they find in room number one, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first room, we have a sex room, and I'm talking like sex swings, all the
Dude,
toys you can
there is a
imagine. Like,
silicone hand.
yeah,
There's
I
a
mean,
silicone hand. Why do
there's
you
a
need
lot of
that?
still, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you're talking like there's the bed, there's the swing, and there is just an array of toys like on display. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of insane. Like, what the hell is going on here? I'm
That
like,
is so disgusting. I don't know about you, but in that scene, I could smell the lube.
yeah, I did not like that room at all.
No, no. I'd imagine this is what Diddy's mansion looks like.
For real. And then they go into another room, and I don't even understand this room. There was a Ouija board like on the floor and like a candle circle that looks like clearly like it'd be like a witch something. But at the same time, there's also tons of newspaper clippings about the missing people, everything about like basically the story how he told about like Bone Lake. There's just like couples gone missing, just all this stuff about like possible serial killer. And wow. And so they end up like, you know what? Not even opening door three. So they don't open door three. And
Mm-mm.
they decide it's bedtime. They go to bed.
No, they don't. Sin and Will do
Well,
not
Cinder
decide
will do not go to
fences.
bed. They actually are very loud and kind of keep up Sage and Diego to the point
This
where
this sparks like such a random conversation. Like if you're having like relationship problems and you're trying to build through it, I get it. Like you need to talk about things. But why would you bring up, hey, how come you don't want to use sex toys during our intercourse while you can hear someone else fucking?
so I'm glad you wrote that. So I wrote, all right, I get that this couple has upset and is tension, but I wrote, what the hell is this? This conversation just seems so weird and just very awkward. But it clearly, I mean, it clearly shows that there's some trust issues, tension issues with this couple. But I also wrote, so here's my notes on this movie. Okay, is this a horror movie? Sean, what the actual hell? Seriously, what is wrong with you? This is 32 minutes in right now. 32 minutes. And
And you got a
look,
sex scene for every other minute.
yeah, and they're not even like the greatest sex scenes. Like it's just weird. It's just I don't know, Sean. Like I'm trying so hard to be patient with you, but
Yeah,
holy
you know who
shit.
else is trying really hard?
Oh.
Will and
Anyway,
Sin.
I get it. It's brunch.
But
Sorry, go.
dude,
You want to take
oh
it
yeah,
away?
I'll cover this one because we don't actually see it. So I'll give you that because I don't want you to talk about another one.
Yeah, I'm
It
done.
like you said, it is brunch. Sage is one of the first people up. She's walking around the house, stretching her legs. She's gonna go get some of that like lakeside morning air,
Yep.
and she gets a little more than she bargains for. And I love the transition of this scene because when she does walk out, it's a very awkward encounter between her and Will because Will is butt ass naked in the outdoor shower, like dick swinging and everything. And she turns around and he's like, "Yeah, it's natural. Like you can look if you want."
Yeah.
Like teasing her. Like we're right back to like, all right, this dude is trying to get in. And I'm like, all right. And I love that this transitions right into I think it's Will eating a sausage.
What the
Like you
hell?
can hear the snap on the sausage and his mouth full with the juices. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not eating right now. This brunch scene is fucking wild because more in the beginning of the movie when he's unpacking, not unpacking his car, but he's out at his car and Will catches Diego looking at a ring. And he's like, I'm probably going to propose in the next day or two. I was thinking about doing it lakeside. This is my grandmother's ring. I know it's nothing flashy, but it's very, sentimental. It's like a
Mhm.
family heirloom. It means a lot. There's a lot of like heartfelt thought into what he wants to do. And Will's like, all right, bro, just let me know. You know what I mean? I'll make sure me and Sin are out of the way and there's no interference, like trying to be a homie. I'm like, word. Will seems like a good dude. He just really wants to fuck your girlfriend, future fiance. This this motherfucker steals the wedding ring and proposes to Sin at brunch in front of Diego. Well, Sage is just clapping and she's smiling and she's like, "Oh my god, look at it." Sin's real happy, but Will takes it one step further. This man goes, "I was going to do something corny and cliche, like I don't know, proposing lakeside during sunset, like how corny, like mocking Will while he's doing this." Bro, this pussy keeps his fucking mouth shut through the whole ordeal. What is wrong with you? I would have called bullshit immediately and ended this whole ass weekend right then and there. I'm grabbing my shit. We're leaving. I don't give a fuck how much money I just lost on this house. You can have it. I don't want to be around y'all fucking sneaky snake ass. Instead, he goes, "Hey, can I talk to you outside for a minute?"
Yo, what the hell is
Like,
even
how,
the
how are
scene?
you
My
even calm right now?
dude.
Like, no, are you kidding me? And Diego buys right into this fucking dude's sob story because he starts crying and he's like, she's cheating on me. She supports me emotionally and financially. None of that. I don't give a fuck, bro. None of that gives any backbone or merit to what you just did to me.
Thank you. I was just gonna say this.
No.
I'm like I like no like this hurt to watch. I am screaming at my television right now. But continue.
Like this is also a way that shows like Diego is very calm, like really doesn't believe in confrontation, like shit like that. But like, nah, bro, blow it the fuck up. He just stole your grandmother's wedding ring. You ain't getting that back.
That's what I mean. If that doesn't push you to
Well, what is he gonna
confrontation,
wait? What is he gonna do? Wait until like they're in bed after they like post coitus fucking let the neighbors hear us and go, hey, God, I need that ring back. Or
insane.
you were you gonna
I'm a
steal it from her? So when
look.
Diego fucking proposes, then it's on Diego that he stole it?
I don't like confrontation either. I'm a positive person and try to be like see the best in everything. But if someone does that to you, do you even have a backbone? What the hell kind of person are you that you're just gonna let that go? Like holy shit, dude.
And like, dude, Will just gets worse. and worse because Diego, like I said, lets him off the hook. And what does this man do? Him and Sage are now heading into town, and he's proposing swinging with them as a couple. And even Sage is taken back. She's like, "Bro, you just got engaged, and you're coming on to me." He even goes as far as to pull over and say, "Hey, Diego's told me that he caught you doing the little finger flicking of the bean, and I think you were doing it to a thought of me." Cocky much?
Also, like, dude, what is happening? They need to go in town. So you don't know these couples, right? So you're a couple and there's another couple.
So you split
Someone
up?
someone needs to go to town. So you let your girlfriend go with the guy and you stay home with the girl. That acts like that these like
The guy who stole your grandmother's wedding ring. You left that part out.
like no, like what even is I'm trying to be just so
Yeah.
calm, but oh my
And
God. I literally
simultaneously, like you might think like, all right, maybe Sin's very promiscuous and like she'll leave it out there and flaunt it.
yeah.
And Will is the one really attacking this. Like maybe he's the driving force behind this whole like, intermingle thing. But while this is going on in the car and Will's pulled over and he's laying it on thick, Sin is doing the same thing to Diego. This couple is seriously fucked up. And while Diego looks absolutely horrified with Sin, I'm starting really not to like Sage because she looks like she's tempted. Like she might, you know, go for this. Bro, there is way too much sexual tension in this entire movie. Like
I'm
I
so
don't I can't.
I'm so glad you wrote that because at one point I'm like, all right, this is my notes. All right, so Sage out of the four has been the only person I liked, but now I'm starting to lose my liking for Sage. I'm like, what the hell character am I even supposed to like in this freaking movie?
Like I
Because
get like Diego sits on his thumbs the whole time and he's like the biggest wimp in the house, but at least he's being true to his own character.
right,
Sage looks like she's like, yeah, we could probably do this in the back seat. No one would know.
and then we get a really weird scene like out of nowhere. All of a sudden, like this is all happening, but all of a sudden then you see
Oh,
like
act number two kicks in, and I'm like,
yeah,
ugh.
yeah, because I'm like, wait, what happens? Like all of a sudden, like Will and Sin are having sex, and I'm like, wait, what? Like what? Huh? And like they're going at it, and then you see them panicking, like they're cleaning everything, but they're in like the house again, and like they're locking doors, they're cleaning, they're vacuuming, they're making the beds like you would prepare for like an Airbnb. And then I literally wrote, wait, is this their house? Wait, son of a bitch, this their freaking house? Oh my God, I'm so confused. Like what is happening? And then boom, Will and Sage is back right now. And it's just awkward as hell. Will does start grilling like Diego, and like there's some kind of standoff. Like, oh, it seems like you were gone for like a long time, and everyone's kind of just like not really taught.
Because
Like,
yeah, when they get back, dude, they immediately split up.
yeah,
Like
like
red flag number one.
right. And then I really wrote all of a sudden like you see later on like Sin is talking with Sage, and like they're having a time together. She's telling him more weird shit to try to like just tear them apart. But then she's like, you know what? Out of nowhere, she's just like, let's take Molly.
No, please do
I
not.
I
Your
wrote, what the fuck?
relationship is currently unraveling. You've got
Completely
two
unraveling.
strangers trying to get into both your pants.
So what should we
Let's
do?
let's
Let's
not do
take Molly.
drugs.
I wrote, what the
Let's
fuck
not
is
do
this
one of
actually
the most famous party drugs ever.
ever?
Like no.
I wrote, what the fuck is this movie? What the hell is even happening? Because then like they go downstairs where it's Will and Diego, and it's tense as hell down there. And all of a sudden the girls come down and they're dancing because now they took it. They both took their damn Molly. The girls are dancing. It is girls' night, they are calling this. And they are dancing. And guess what? They're like, we're gonna go swimming. Never mind, it is a monsoon outside. It is pouring rain outside. And the two guys are inside together. They run outside. They literally go swimming in Bone Lake. They are out there, like they jump into the
I
water.
did like this shot where it shows her foot like barely skimming the top of like an Acura.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
did, I
yeah.
did like that shot. That was pretty cool.
That was really cool. And it is, I mean, they're out there swimming, and all of a sudden, like, like Sin like kisses Sage. So like here we go. Giddy
I thought
up.
I honest to God, like I was like, oh great. Now she's gonna hook up with this one.
I was like, what is even happening? But then it cuts to like Diego, and he's like, look, we gotta go look for her. And Will's like, absolutely not. Like, this is girls' night, man. It's girls' night. I'm like, he's like, no, I'm going to freaking look for her. And he finally pushes his way past her, and he goes out, and like, there's like another like I don't even know like beach house. What even there's like another house thing out there or something.
Yeah, there's like not like a pool house, but like
Beach house something. I don't even know what you was, but
yeah, I don't know what you would call it, but she like dude, Diego's panicking. He's trying to find Sage, like you said. Sin is creepy stalking Diego while he's walking around. Sage is now like coming in through the back door,
Hmm.
and she tries on glasses and like makes a face and puts him down. And then Diego does wind up finding her. She's in the bathroom trying to dry off, and then the power goes out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then like Sage and Diego start fighting. She's ready to tell Diego something like, I'm like, all right, maybe she's about to confess, like either, hey, he really came on to me, or like I fucked up. And just before they can do that, Will and Sin just fucking barge into their bedroom. And they're like, oh, hey, did you see the power went out? Like, it's a party. And Diego's like, fuck
Yeah,
everyone. Like, I'm going to go check the
like
breakers. And Will gets very insistent. He's like, nah, I got this. I'll go check them. You stay here. And he's like, no, I'll check it. He's like, no, you stay here. And I'm like, all right, something's up. Like, I'm not liking, I haven't liked any of their vibes, but like,
oh
this is really like red flag number 27 right now. And the red flags are starting to come from you should start fearing for your life and your surroundings as opposed to just your relationship having
yes.
been with other people. But we see Sin and Will are now eavesdropping outside the door, and we hear Sage and Diego fighting with each other because Diego thinks that Sage cheated on him and Sage thinks that Diego cheated on him. And we see I actually smiled at the scene because they look so happy when like Sin starts like spinning in circles and Will starts like throwing her dress up in the air in celebration
Dude, Will
because
is
they're happy
dancing.
that they're fighting. And I was like, you kidding me? You guys are right now dancing in celebration that their relationship is in turmoil and you're the cause of it. Diego rips open the door and he's like, guys, I need help. He's like, Sage, we had a fight. She took off. She's like, she doesn't ever want to see me again. And they're like, all right, we'll go look for her. And the second they leave, dude, Sage comes out from underneath the bed. She's actually been hiding to try and get these two
Hmm.
fucking Nimrods outside of the house. And turns out, dude, Sage didn't even take the Molly.
Let's
She's
go.
like, hey, the whole contact scene from earlier that we saw, she's like, that was all a setup. She's like, Sin's glasses aren't even prescription. Like things are really starting to click and they're starting to piece together all the context of everything that's been going on around him. And now they want to figure out how Sin and Will know so much about him. They're like, I didn't tell him about the masturbation thing. Like, none of that. I never told him you cheated on me. Like, nothing. Like, look, how do they know so much? So they decide to go check out room number 3 that is locked downstairs. When they crack this shit open and they go inside, they notice that they've been recorded the whole time. And they see an entire collection of trophies from all their previous victims. We even see Sin is like, she's got like some dude tied up on the couch and she's spanking him with a paddle.
Hmm.
And then we see Will banging the girl from earlier that was running through the woods, and
Hmm.
he's like flexing his bicep.
Yeah, American Psycho style right here. This is
Yeah, I was
friggin'
like, this is disgusting. Like I feel gross watching this.
yeah, that was pretty messed up.
And I was like, holy shit, they're the ball bag shooting psychopaths from the opening scene. That's
Ball
exactly what I
bags.
called them. I was like, but they do walk in on Sage and Diego, and now they confess that this is all just a giant game for them. And they give them the keys to leave after some arguments, but their electric car isn't fully charged. Will goes up to this car and he's really getting in Diego's head right now. He's like, yo, he's like, I fuck Sage. I fucked her in my back seat. And Sage, she seems like she's trying way too hard to deny this. Like
Mhm.
immediately on defense, like, oh my God, like, please don't say this. Like, she is playing defense to the point where like it feels like she's guilty.
Yeah, I didn't like this reaction at all.
Yeah, I'm like this. You. It feels like you're trying to deny too hard for something that like your significant other should trust you and like trust you. And just like that, he's like, "Fuck you, fuck your game." I believe her with leaving, and he puts it in reverse, and they're getting ready to leave. All right, end credits.
Nope, that's not what it didn't end because as they're pulling up, they get holy shit, they get absolutely smashed by another car. Sin friggin' nails them. Holy shit. And what happens after that? I mean, they get pulled out of the car. I mean, they are tied up now. They are a bloody mess. I mean, they are friggin' pretty banged up in chairs now inside. And they're basically like, look, this is game over. Like we won. Like we know your game and stuff, and like we won. And then we get another just holy shit, this gets just when this movie can't get any crazier. We have a whole entire backstory now drop of Will and Sin.
Oh,
And
dude,
with like
it's fucking gross.
pictures and everything, like a family book showing, you know what they are? They are brother and sister, and talking
You ever
about
hear
how.
that like life motto? I don't know if I don't know if it was Gandhi who wrote it,
Mhm.
um, or if it was in like the Bible. What's that phrase? How do they say it, Justin? If you can't keep it in your pants, keep it in the family.
Dude, like ridiculous too. Like, oh, they were best friends as a kid and everything, and like they had some parent issues, so they would start like just hanging out together. And next thing you know, they started like sleeping together. And then I guess like the parents found them, and the parents said, obviously couldn't be together. So what do they do to their parents? Well, they
So
killed.
you kill your fucking parents?
So they also killed their parents and
What?
threw them into a lake because the brother and sister are banging. So what? What do you got?
You know what we need to do for the podcast right here?
What?
I need to insert when I edit this.
Yeah.
You know that scene from That's My Boy when he's up at the altar and he whispers something in his ear and he's like, "What? What?"
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
Ugh. He's like, "You fuck your brother?"
The movie's so stupid in the greatest way ever. I love it. Um,
Oh, oh, oh. Their heads are fucking warped.
I love. Can we just cover that movie with no context next week? Just so random. Um,
Oh my god.
so now they're trying to escape. Uh, they break free, and Sage ends up meeting Sin in the kitchen, and they have a badass knife fight. They are attacking each other. She ends up she ends up stabbing Sin and runs away, and she actually grabs an axe, and now she's got an axe. Let's go. And she ends up meeting Will. And Will, I mean, he's basically like swing at me or whatever, and he does swing at her, but I mean, he ends up
Dude,
grabbing the
he
axe.
taunts her like three times.
Dude, he is
He's like, "I'll
taunting.
count to three and you can take a free shot."
He's like
And then the
leaning
second
in.
time he's like, two, two and a half. Come on, Sage.
Yeah, he's acting absolutely unhinged. So crazy, but he ends up getting that from her, and then he actually goes and grabs a chainsaw. And as this is happening, so now he's on the chainsaw. Sage is running away. Sin gets Diego.
Justin,
What do you got?
my only set of notes is so after Will gets kicked in the nuts, he goes and arms up with an electric chainsaw because it's better for the environment.
I know, right? He switches, and
It doesn't have the same effect of like the rearing like Texas
I,
Chainsaw
I know,
Massacre.
I know. I
And
saw
then
that
you
too. I'm
see this
like,
guy, he pulls it up and it's like,
he's like, but better for the environment. Sin gets Diego, and they have a little battle and whatever. And oh man, he gets a nasty. She stabs him deep in the friggin' leg.
I don't
He-
think Diego could fight his way out of a wet paper bag.
Dude, Diego is so worthless. I'm just gonna say it right now. Like
I was like, Sage is gonna have to carry them for the win.
this dude sucks. He thank God ends up temporarily at least knocking her out. Thank friggin'
You
God.
have a fucking fire poker, bro. You could stab her, and what do? You throw it at her like
He-
my 4-year-old can throw a
yeah,
fucking bowling ball.
I saw that. I'm like that. Yeah, it was like the worst throw. He didn't even try to whip it so it stabbed her. He's just like, oh, take that. Like my God,
Yeah.
because yeah, oh, duh, I can't believe, oh, get away from me. Anyway, Sin's now even awake, so that doesn't go good at all. And she ends up stabbing. Well, she actually gets stabbed. Diego stabs her like through the foot, pretty bad. Thank God.
Yeah,
So
he like pins her to the boat dock for a
yeah,
second. I
so
was
she's
like, all
kind of
right,
stuck.
little
So
little redeeming.
thank God, because my God, Will ends up finding Diego with the
That's not
chainsaw.
Will, dude. That's Jack Torrance from The Shining.
Yeah, I was like, this is completely unhinged now. This dude is an absolute madman. Finds him with the chainsaw. Chainsaw like is like above his head. He is getting ready to end Diego. But thank God Sage is not as worthless as Diego because holy shit, Sage, we're talking axe to the head, like the movie Creep style at the end of Creep. She
This
complete.
is
I
this
mean,
is the only time I've ever been so happy to see someone for 15 minutes
yeah,
prolong killing someone.
right?
Like Will takes way too long. He could have just swiftly ended Diego.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I get it. They're enjoying this game. They're enjoying the hunt, and Will is just wounded prey. But you
Hmm.
should have just got it over and done with, because I
For
don't know.
real.
This scene is enough to give me a headache, Justin.
It's because my God, that goes right in his head. And dude, I love he falls down, and this actually made me laugh. Like just because this movie has been so slow paced and just like sexual like thriller, I don't even know what you want to call it, but he chainsaws his face. So he's already dead, but the chainsaw is going and it just chainsaws. And I mean, Evil Dead style, they are soaked in so much blood. I mean, the most blood you've ever seen in your whole entire life. And they're like, well, we can't get to our car.
This
Let's
is
get to the boat.
thematic. This is thematically accurate. I don't know if that's a fucking word, but that it
Yep.
feels appropriate right now. When you say like Evil Dead, how many movies have we seen where they get absolutely drenched in blood and
Hmm.
then just continue with the battle?
Oh, right.
Right? Hundreds.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
She gets absolutely soaked in blood, and the second it stops spraying, she goes,
For real.
and
Like, I
it just
know
all I was like, yes,
exactly. At least
exactly what I would
acknowledge,
have done.
right? Like, holy shit. But what happens when they get to the boat, John? Is
Dude,
this game over or
Sin,
what?
yeah, they head to the boat and they realize Sin is no longer pinned to the dock. So she's somewhere else. And they're like, with both cars out of commission, Sage is like, let's take the boat. Immediately in my head, I'm like, bro, it's a fucking lake. Where are you going to go? It's not
Hmm.
a river. There's no escape. It's a lake.
It's not a
It is an
river.
oversized pond. What are you going to go out there so they can shoot you with the bow and arrow from shore? Like if you listen to the story from earlier, I'm pretty sure they got no neighbors on this lake because they bought up everything around them.
Everything.
I'm pretty sure this would not be their dumping grounds if it was an active lake with multiple vacation people.
Right. House.
However,
Yeah. Tons of neighbors.
I digress. They do take the boat, but Sin wants to go for the ride too. And she hops on with them, and now it's Diego's turn to step it the fuck up and take Sin out because he's got the axe and Sin has I don't even think she's got a knife, right?
No, nothing.
She's on there just ready to like hand-to-hand combat, and he's got the
Yep.
axe. And I will say the only reason why this man stands a chance, not even stands because he's sitting down, but stands a chance, is because Sage is watching them while she's driving and she's throwing Sin all over this boat. When she's hanging on and he cuts off her fingers, I just went, oh,
Hmm.
oh, sent shivers up my spine. But she does get fucked up. I'll say that because Diego gets a little bit of redemption. He swings and borderline misses Sin, but he does it. He takes off the bottom part of her jaw,
That was
and I
crazy.
thought this was very fitting for the movie because not only are they very promiscuous, Will and Sin, but they use the gift of like gab
Hmm.
to like seduce you and reel you in, and they use what they can talk about to like really push the relationships apart. So I thought this was fitting that he cut off the bottom part of her jaw.
Real fast before you take us home, I did when they broke into that third room. It was important to note like these two people are complete sociopaths, psychopaths. Because if you saw it, there was a bookshelf with tons of books, and I thought it was cool. It was all like philosophy books. So I
There
mean,
was
like
one
they're
called
like
entrapment.
yeah, exactly. There was so much like just try to how to just mess with people, like you said, just try to like use their brains against them. So I mean, these people are complete crazy people. So I thought that was really
Oh,
cool.
there is a ton of context clues on a rewatch. Like
Hmm.
after you know what's going on, you can see
Hmm.
things throughout the movie, which is good for a rewatch. But bro, I ain't never had cinnamon sushi in my life, and I don't think I ever want to have cinnamon sushi because when he takes off her jaw and she hits the lake, Sage jams this bitch into reverse, and the propellers suck up Sin, and she is just American chop suey all over the place.
Yep.
We get a happy ending though. They're covered in blood, and I think the boat might be out of gas, and now you're stranded in the middle of a lake with no one around. But
You're
when
right.
Diego did cut off Sin's fingers, apparently one of them still had the wedding ring on it.
Ring. Yeah.
So he peels it off and sticks it on her finger, and they just start dying and blood soaked laughter. And Diego, like I said, he slides the ring under her hand, and we get a beautiful, like they stop laughing, and it's very like done, like very monotone, like they're
Right.
coming back
Yep.
to reality. But I felt like right as the end credits started rolling, it was like a symphony of Disney style orchestra
Hmm.
to a like princess movie. Did you get that feeling? The way it
Yeah.
was
So it was
playing, it felt
yeah, it
like
was weird.
yeah, it felt like
It
a
was
ballroom
weird.
scene in Snow White.
Very odd. Very odd.
All right, Justin, tell me what you thought about this nutsack.
Okay, Bone Lake. I did not enjoy this movie. Did not like this one at all. I'm going to be super frank. I don't even think this is a good movie at all. So this was a slow burn, right? This was a very, very slow burn that was completely underwhelming to me. I honestly thought it could have been way better if all the characters, I didn't like any of them at all. Sage had some parts at the end, but some of the scenes just seemed too forced. Like what they would do, it just seemed awkward and forced to me. This felt like a Lifetime horror movie you'd see on the TV. Like, bro, this is
I
so
got
bad.
I got that in my notes.
Like it's even in like the weird kinkiness, weird sexual tension, like in throughout the movie, you need to raise the stakes a little bit during the slow burn, or you need to go more for it. It could be a good story, but it also felt like too almost generic, like I've seen it before, with just a little kink stuff mixed in. I don't even remember. I don't even know why there was like a Ouija board room, a witch circle room. I don't know. Diego was completely useless. My dear God, this is like the most meh movie I've ever seen. The ending was awesome. Super badass ending. I love like the tonal shift of it. But that was like the very last like 3 minutes of this movie. They needed to go more all in. Like if you're gonna show me all this craziness in the movie in the earlier, you need to go more, just go all in. Or I don't even know, like just some of the
Well,
dialogue didn't even work for
maybe the
me.
opening scene just make it longer instead of fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah, I just felt like there was a lot going wrong in the first hour. This no way I could ever rewatch this ever. You couldn't if you gave me $100 right now, I would say no, I'm good. I don't want $100. I don't want to rewatch this. I'm giving this a very generous five, only because the ending was very your next kind of similar tone badassness. So if it didn't have that kind of ending, I would have given it like a 2.8. But this movie gets a solid five. I think that's pretty fair. What do you got?
I am fucking mind blown right now at how close we are on everything you just said. And so I'm gonna read this verbatim.
All right,
I
what do you got?
watched this movie the day before you gave me my criteria,
Mhm.
and this will be my third watch in 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'll be
sorry,
honest,
man.
the first 50 minutes, I feel like I'm watching a reality show of 50 Shades of fucking my sibling.
Yeah.
Once we get the second twist that they aren't just a couple trying to bang one another
Mhm.
and like they want the breakup, the heat starts to get turned up more in a terrifying way
Mhm.
instead of a sexual way. I like Sage more than Diego, although props to Diego for staying true to himself throughout the movie. But if I'm being honest, all the characters sucked for the first 50
Yes.
minutes.
Thank you.
But in that last 20 minutes of chaos, it's Will that steals the show with how unhinged, demented, and the enjoyment factor that he gets from all of this. I did like the single setting of a secluded house that was double booked. I love the ending. It didn't give us any resolution, which was nice. Like we didn't see the cops show up, nothing like that. It just
Right.
ended. I
Yep.
giggled at the fact in the first 2 minutes, Justin sees what an extreme scrotum piercing looks like.
Oh, dear
The
God.
first 3 quarters of this movie felt like I should be watching a Lifetime fantasy movie, and I give that a 2.5.
Did
The
you really
last,
write Lifetime? You really said the same thing
yes,
as me?
yep.
That's insane.
The last quarter of this movie was insane. If I'm rating the last quarter of this movie, I give it a 7.8.
Mhm.
Overall, I'm going to give this movie a 5.4 and a must watch at least once if you like Game of Thrones because there's a ton of incest and dicks in that too.
Oh my God. No, I'm glad that we're like the same. Like I said, I'm glad we watch it to cross off and we want to stay current on this podcast. So I'm glad like we're starting to do some of these newer movies.
But this
But
is definitely a romantic like horror thriller. I feel like the people who read horror like romance novels,
yeah.
this movie is made for them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean? There's a lot of
right.
sick, twisted, demented, slow burn shit that goes on in this, and it is not my cup of tea.
Exactly. Like I said, maybe like look, if you like this movie, that's freaking badass horror, super subjective. This movie just might have not been for us, but let's go. If you like Bone Lake, more power to you.
Yeah,
Sean, you got
take the
any
tea
fun
bag
facts?
out of my water, please.
Yeah.
This is a 5.6 on IMDb. This is an
Wow.
84% on Rotten Tomatoes. I get it. But this is also a 3 out of 4 from what's his name? Robert Egbert. Oh, I can never say that guy's fucking name. Roger Ebert or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Like that explains it because this feels very artsy. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like you have to understand all of like the shit that's wrong with society to really appreciate this movie. Whereas I know how you look at horror, and I know how I enjoy horror is shut your
I
fucking brain off and let's have a good time.
Yeah, or if you're gonna ask us to take you serious, which I feel like this movie did, like take a movie like Hush. When you watch something like Hush, that movie obviously wants to be taken serious. There's so many things you're like, oh well, this situation happened. They should act like this, and that happens perfectly. They like actually make it so good. I feel like this one there was so many red flags. Like if you're gonna this isn't like a dumb fun slasher. Like if you're gonna ask me to actually use my brain and stuff, there was so many red flags. Like I'm so sorry. Like any couple should have left by then. Like you know what I mean? Like this one wasn't. I just felt like if you're gonna ask me to take this that serious, there's got to be some
So
better decisions.
so when you say like there's got to be better decisions, my first time watching this movie is like I try to take notes with what I thought. You
Yeah.
covered the set of scenes when it spins that like they were in the house.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna read you my notes from that section. I was like, this next set of scenes spins a whole new story, and it shows us this is all a setup. Are Will and that Will and Sin never actually double booked? And I was like, they were there all along. Maybe they're squatters who prey on Airbnb people. Like this is a game to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all a setup. And I was like, right now, I feel like they could be squatters, and they're about ready to fight for their lives against whoever owns this fucking crazy ass mansion. And I was like, I guarantee you, some crazy ass rich white people are about to hunt them down in the woods. Like I thought at this point in the movie, the first time watching
Right.
it, that I was going to take a turn. It was all going to come out that this was a setup. They were going to have an argument, and then something like the power was going to go out, and then all
Yeah.
four of them were going to have to fight for their lives. That's the direction I thought this was going.
Right. What? And why did we see like a Ouija board and a weird like witch circle thing? Like why was that room there?
Those two rooms, they feel like they're aggressively staged. Like that's part of their game. Is like, hey, this is a sex room. Like we could do stuff in here,
Yeah.
and then this other one is like, there's some weird shit going on. You know
Okay.
what I mean? To kind of like keep you distracted. I mean, that's my thought. Maybe
Gotcha.
I don't know,
All right. Anyway,
but
where were we? All right. So I got. I mean, I guess this is a perfect tagline. We got. You better have a safe word.
Acapulco.
Yeah. Yeah. So that I feel like they nailed that.
Director Mercedes Bryce Morgan collaborated with cinematographer Nick Matthews, who previously worked on Saw X from 2003 to develop this film's visual language. When I say artsy, there's a lot of like time and effort that got put into visual language, lighting, like camera shots, shit like that.
Hmm. So this movie it had a limited release in theaters, but it ended up making $1.4 million, which is solid for like a small release for something like that. So shout out to them.
And then, like I said, cinematographer Nick Matthews and director Mercedes Bryce Morgan developed a visual Bible that dictated a specific color arc for this film's three acts. The lighting progresses from grounded naturalism in Act One to a duotone palette in Act Two, finally accumulating in a tritone scheme for Act Three that utilizes lavender, amber, blood red tones created through physical placement of colored curtains and lampshades. Like I said, there was a lot of thought into like how this movie was shot, and cinematically, like it's beautiful.
Yeah, and shout out like I just kind of shit on it how it just wasn't for me and I didn't like it. But I mean, for love of God,
Storyline
like
wasn't for you.
yeah,
Storyline.
that's the thing, the storyline. I still love hearing all the shit that people put in because this is someone's art, this is someone's work. Like they had to bring this to life, like badass. I love hearing about all that kind of shit of what they did to make it. So shout out to that. I do have no more. I have nothing left, so you can take us home if you have anything.
We got Matthew utilizes a Neo Giallo color palette and cited A Clockwork Orange from 1971, Evil Dead 2 from 87, and Funny Games from 97 as primary inspirations for the camera movements and framing. After I read that, I was like, I see a lot of funny games with this film.
No shit, you said Evil Dead 2. That's crazy because I literally said it turned to evil. I did not know that. And like I said, that ending felt very like Evil Dead with just like all the no shit. That's cool.
For as beautiful as this is shot, the principal photography only lasted 18 days in Georgia.
In Georgia, hell yeah.
In Georgia. And for my last fun fact, when Diego and Sage arrive at the rental property, the QR code on the front door serves as a functional link. While the characters use it to access the digital lock for the house, if you scan this code in real life, it directs users to the official promotional website for this film. I love when they do shit like that in the movies.
Badass. Let's go. Hell yeah.
And
Love that
that is
creativity.
all I've got, Hack Stab Slash.
Yep.
So
We
next time, if you decide to take a long weekend away at a lake. Bring a condom and don't talk to the neighbors.
Do not talk to the neighbors. Stay safe out there.
Later.
Peace.